Here we go, guys. Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. Looking at the weekly chart, the DXY, the US dollar currency index. A number of people asking, how did we pick the top on the dollar? And coincidentally, also picked almost the top on the on oil as well, the WTI. And this is what I'm going to just share this one little trick with you. This is what we teach our Patreon members. And what we do is simple. It's just not easy. And so that's what I'm going to share with you right now, how we ended up getting the top on the dollar. So let me put everything back on here, all the annotations. And as you can see, well, first of all, being old school, we call this a fry pan bottom. Okay, kind of a fry pan here. And then here's the top. Let me make that a little thicker so you can see it. So we have a fry pan here, the top of the pan there. Now, if this consolidation zone was back into this part of the chart rather than above, we had our breakout candle here, in other words. And if we did not get that breakout candle, and this part was back in here before we broke out, then that would have been a cup and handle. Okay, so we're going to look at the fry pan bottom, and a lot of people will go to the top of the pan all the way down to the bottom and then put their measure move like that. But I like to be more conservative and realistic as far as what the breakout could be. So I go to the lowest low pivot. Okay, because this is just framing it in this gold line here of your fry pan or your cup and handle. It's just framing it in for people to visually see what you're trying to explain. And then if we go from the low pivot here to the top of the pan, it's 5.15%. And then if you go to the breakout, right above the top of the pan, 5.15%, as you can see, almost to the penny. Matter of fact, it might be to the penny. Yeah, up, to that green candle up to the top. I don't know, I might have missed by a fraction of a penny, but good enough for government work. And then as you can see also on the daily, let me take everything off here. The daily, we're up and away from the 20, and that's significant. And also, I don't want to give away everything that our Patreon members know or what we teach them. But anyway, then this particular candle was significant as well. And then we go over to oil here, that WTI, West Texas Intermediate crude oil. And as you can see, there's a significance of us being above the 20. And then also today's candle taken out. Well, we got to wait 6 more hours and see how it closes. And it may or may not take out the 2 previous days, and that would be significant too for a potential pullback. And then I'll give you one more. Okay, I'll give you one more. Whenever the 20 and the 200, as you can see, the only 2 moving averages that we have on here is the 20 and the 200. And I don't have really much more than that on here. And there's not a lot of spaghetti on here. The simpler that you make it, the more effective the chart is, the more clear you can see the breakouts, breakdowns, patterns, etc. The more you have on here, that's just going to mess you up. Okay, and most other indicators and everything. Now we do have the RSI up here, and that was kind of helped us too. See how we're forming an M formation there, and the MACD at the bottom. But anyway, when the 20 and the 200 come together, 100% of the time, not 80, not 90, 100% of the time, the 20 will separate far and away from the 200. May not go up. It just happened to be that's where price went, because both of these are lagging indicators. That's what I was going to say. You could have 100 different moving averages on here, 1,000 different, other indicators on here. All of them follow price and pattern. That's the most important thing. The price, and the pattern, and the breakouts, breakdowns, etc. But anyway, long story short, you just follow price. The price breaks to the upside, and then the 20 follows price. Then you go long. If price drops to the downside and the 20 crosses, then you follow, short to the to the downside. I think I said that up here, but that's to the obviously to the upside. And another thing, when you first open a chart, you want to see where the 20 is in relationship to the 200. If it's on top, that's, potentially bullish. Then you want to make sure the price is above the 20. So it's very bullish. Like right here, yeah, the 20 is above the 200, but where's price? Under the 20. So that's, potentially, more bearish than bullish, especially when you start getting under the 20. And then if your 20, of course, under the 200, that purple line, and then if the 20 crosses under the 200 as well, as the price, price would already be well below the 200 as the 20 comes under it, then you're even in deeper trouble. So yeah, right when that price starts getting under 200, being from Texas, we like to use, I don't know, crazy analogies. And I'm sure you've seen, those old country hounds laying on the porch or in the back of a truck going down a country road, and all of a sudden their ears perk up, or the dog, lifts his head off the porch, ears perk up. Yeah, that's saying, hey, something's what's going on? Who's in my territory? And that's kind of the way we are. Maybe that was a bad analogy, but anyway, the way we are regarding price getting under the 20 after you've gotten above it and started riding it, up and over the 200, the 20, etc. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And if you want to check us out, see us on Patreon, and we will see you on the charts.